What motivated you to do this? Because off the jump, I feel like everybody's going to be seeing this and they're like, all right, this is clearly very detailed. What motivated you to take the time to go into so much detail to test the system that is supposedly already tested by me in building the course, which it is. But what made you do this on your own too?
I think a lot of people kind of agree with this answer, but as a trader, when I first got into trading, having a $500 account, you don't think about the long-term effects of trading a bigger account. So it's easy to throw money on a trade that you're not confident about with a smaller account because you're only losing a smaller dollar monetary figure.
Sure.
So when I started trading a bigger account, I hesitated a lot on actually putting the trigger on trades I was taking on a smaller account, even though I knew I should be involved in them.
Okay.
So I said to myself, if I kind of knew the statistics, if I knew how many trades in a row I'll be losing, or the win percentage, or the parameters and how they affect the outcome of the trade, it would help me dramatically in trading the live market and
it would just help you
executing on
be more
trades I
confident.
need to be in. Exactly.
Yeah.
So having this data in front of me, knowing how the system performs on different pairs and what the parameters we use in ASFX and how it's going to affect the outcome of the trade, it significantly helped me just executing trades in the live market.
What do you think is a good time frame to go back for back testing for a lot of people that are watching and they want to do this for themselves? Because I don't know if you need 2 years worth of data. I honestly think you might have gone a little overboard. What do you think?
I agree, because we are trading on a lower time frame. We're trading on the 15-minute. The sample size you're going to get, like if you're trading on the daily, you're going to have, if you're doing the A1, just to say you're taking the A1 setups on the daily, you're going to have 2 trades throughout the whole year.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just one of those things where you're on the lower time frame. I think that outperforms the sample size you're going to get is going to outperform, going back years.
Right. So if you're saying if you're trading on a high time frame, you need more data because
exactly
moving slower. But if we're doing 15-minute, 1 minute kind of thing, 1 hour even, you don't need 2 years. What would you? Exactly. I tell people 3 to 6 months. Do you think that's reasonable?
I think it is, especially even with the day-one systems, you're under 1 minute.
You're going to get a lot of ideas.
Exactly. You generate tons of ideas throughout a week.
And markets change, you know what I mean? That's why I feel like if you go back a year, it might be different. It might not be, you know what I mean?
Well, this is another thing too. Like, I can't remember who I was speaking to, but I'm like, seeing these results in 2020, where you've had US election, global pandemic, recession, geopolitical events, riots. 2020 has just been one of those years. And we know we've had a quiet period. The markets haven't been behaving like they should. Market behavior has been different. Stocks only go up this year. Like, everything's just been it's been one of those years.
If you could go back to when you first joined ASFX, would you ask yourself, or would you tell yourself to do this sooner? Or do you think that it came to you in time and it was appropriate, like you needed to go through some stuff? Or would you just go back and jump right into the back testing?
That is such a great question. I think I would do it exactly how I've done it. I experienced the system. I demo traded it since April for 3 or 4 months, and I didn't do any testing on it because I saw people in the group trading it. I went through the course, and because it was so systematic the way you're teaching it, it's like you can't mess it up. It's so rules based. You write down the rules. You know when to get in, where to put your stop, and how to manage your trade as it progresses.
Yeah.
So I was just doing that, and I was profitable. So I'm like, okay, cool. But as soon as I started putting my live capital after 4 months into it, that's when I found myself just not getting involved in as many trades as I should be. And then that's when I got stuck into the back testing, just to build, like you're saying before, my confidence.
Yeah. Got it.